Sadly, this is how most of our rivers and oceans look around the world, and it is getting worse every day. Too many people are not taking this crisis seriously as they are unaware of how harmful plastic actually is to our health and the environment. Plastic waste is uniquely problematic as it is non-biodegradable, and as a result, by 2050, it is estimated there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean. This is devastating. Plastic breaks down into micro pieces that can enter the digestive system and bloodstream, killing or seriously harming our marine life. This is a critical situation for Queensland as a substantial amount of research indicates the Great Barrier Reef is suffering due to plastic pollution. There is also a substantial cost to plastic waste. The United Nations Environmental Programme published a report claiming plastic in our oceans costs $17.3 billion in environmental damage to ecosystems per year. Furthermore, the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation estimated the total cost of tourism, fishing and shipping industries was $1.6 billion. Given the importance ecotourism plays in Queensland's economy, the cost of plastic pollution is overwhelming. When asking the public their thoughts on single-use plastics, here are some of the answers received. Clearly, people are aware of the damaging effects and want to do something about it. This is why the UN recognised the importance of reducing our ecological footprint and developed Sustainable Development Goals which promotes reducing, reusing and recycling. Furthermore, the Queensland Government has introduced a single-use plastic ban, preventing businesses from providing single-use plastics such as bags, straws and cutlery. Finally, in response to an inquiry into recycling and waste management, the Victorian Government is now supporting major supermarkets to reduce their single-use plastics by making arrangements for consumers to bring their own containers to purchase deli products and reintroduce reusable milk bottles. Clearly, this zero-waste movement has already begun. We're just taking another step to keep it moving. Everyone can help solve the plastic crisis by refusing to buy single-use plastics like milk bottles and seek out alternatives. An estimated 22,700 tonnes of milk bottles are still in landfill in 2010. This material is expected to cost $3.4 million in landfill costs. Clearly, it is vital that we come up with a more sustainable solution.
Our solution is an eco-friendly milk dispenser. By completely removing the plastic bottles and replacing it with refillable glass bottles, the milk dispenser allows milk to be purchased sustainably while producing a circular economy. The machines can be placed in any supermarkets, allowing consumers to refill their glass bottles in 3 easy steps. With Udder acting as an intermediary between local farms and grocers, farmers are able to transport their milk direct to stores, removing the costs of bottling and packaging. Furthermore, Udder will enable farms to expand their market and boost their brand awareness while helping grocers develop an eco-friendly image. From the stainless steel chassis to the enclosed refilling chamber, the dispenser is designed with hygiene and ease of use in mind. The dispenser connects to an electrical outlet as it requires power to both cool the milk and to allow customers to operate its basic digital interface, which includes volumetric options for milk dispensing. And the dispenser itself will have a hollow midsection to house a stainless steel milk keg that can easily be replaced when empty. So why glass? Well, the biggest advantage of using glass bottles is that they are reusable and avoid the production costs of a new plastic bottle every time milk is purchased. When averaging the life cycle of a glass milk bottle that is constantly being reused, glass produces less carbon dioxide emissions than plastic. Glass is also 100% recyclable, and currently 91% of plastic is not recycled, and the 9% that is cannot be turned back into another milk bottle. So each milk bottle sold is most likely made up of entirely new plastic. Finally, storing and consuming milk in glass is safer in general. Plastic bottles come with the risk of chemical leaching, and as glass is made up of natural ingredients, it's the only packaging the FDA classifies as completely safe. So the environmental benefits of milk vending machines are clear: saving the environment from plastic. On average, Australians consume about 2 liters of milk a week. That means if one person used a milk vending machine, they could save 52 plastic bottles a year. And if one store previously sold 10 bottles a day, that's approximately 3,600 plastic bottles a year that could be prevented from being manufactured.
So who are our customers and end users? Our direct customers are stores containing milk dispensing machines. Our intermediate customers are dairy farmers who supply the milk, and our end users are the customers buying dispensed milk in store. In common, these guys are environmentally friendly and feel guilty about using single-use plastics. Our beach market is organic and bulk food stores who are passionate about being environmentally sustainable. An example of this is the Source Bulk Food Stores in West End and Market Organics in Balloomba. They already have items such as honey and peanut butter on tap, so why wouldn't milk be a great addition? Importantly, these stores listed are both local, so the possibility of expanding is likely. Now, moving on to personas, we have 3 personas here today. We have a female in their 20s who likes organic food and yoga and lives in the inner suburbs of Brisbane. We have a young family who promotes sustainable and healthy lifestyle for their children. They live in the outer suburbs of Brisbane. And lastly, we have a person in their 60s who are very health conscious now that they're coming onto the later days in their life. Finally, a local dairy farm passionate about reducing plastic waste and becoming environmentally sustainable is Baramama Organics in Goondiwindi. This business believes that plastic is wasted in landfill and is looking for a way to reduce plastic waste. They have a social media platform with passionate customers who want to become part of a great movement. So how will we acquire these customers? We will use in-store traditional marketing methods in conjunction with out-of-store social media marketing campaigns in order to influence the customer decision-making units. As all we are trying to do in-store is convert already existing customers from using single-use plastic to glass bottles, we will provide them with in-store educational signage, which will hopefully compel them to make the switch, bringing awareness to the plastic crisis. Our social media marketing will be comprised of influencer-promoted marketing ads in order to drive engagement to our Instagram. From there, we can traffic people to our website. Social media also gives us the opportunity to find out what people are saying at us for a low cost.
The Udder dispenser is a substitute product, and so it is important that our analysis considers the purchasing behaviours and established channels customers use when purchasing milk products. Milk products can currently be purchased in either plastic bottle or paper carton form. As such, the main competition Udder will face is existing bottled milk manufacturers. The strength of this competition is convenience, and is the mode that the vast majority of Australians purchase milk through, but is weakened by its reliance on single-use plastic bottles. Australians consume an average of 97.6 litres of milk a year, and the demand for such is relatively price inelastic. Rather, product differentiation has gained importance in meeting the needs of specific customer bases, and Udder aims to differentiate itself through supporting a zero waste and circular economy. The following costs will be required to create and install an Udder machine. Firstly, a fixed cost of approximately $5,000 will be required for the design of the basic module. Next, the variable cost of material, fabricating, and installation amounts to approximately $12,000 per module. The success of Udder is reliant on stores agreeing to have it installed, and so it is important that the machines are installed at the lowest price possible. As such, it will be installed at cost price for the store, meaning no profit or cost will be incurred in providing the machine. Rather, revenue will be generated through utility pricing, whereby Udder will claim 20 cents on every litre of milk sold through the machine. If 20 stores agreed to install 3 modules, which each sold 20 litres of milk per day, Udder would create over $87,000 in revenue in a year. To fund this, we will be strongly reliant on loans and grants. One method of funding such are government grants, encouraging the creation of circular economies and sustainable business practices. Both national and state governments have previously offered a range of grants that Udder would be highly eligible for, namely the National Product Stewardship Investment Fund, which invests in industry-led product stewardship innovation, which increases recycling rates. This fund offers grants between $300,000 and $1 million. If no grants were made available, individual contributions for the $5,000 design cost will be made 5 ways between our team. This design will then be pitched to independent supermarkets, who will have the option to pay to have the machine installed for cost price.
Abigail originally brought this problem to our attention and had already collected a wealth of knowledge and data for us to explore further and build upon. Her academic background in law ensured that our entrepreneurial process was thoroughly researched and explored in a way that gave us a completely legal and ethical outcome. Armin and Caitlin both have academic backgrounds of finance and accounting, and that knowledge guided our financial modelling to follow realistic and practical figures and predictions. Ben and myself both have academic interest in psychology, and this aided our understanding of our consumer behaviour and mindsets around buying milk and reducing plastic waste. Despite these individual areas of interest, everyone has a background in business and therefore are all committed to the processes required in order to develop the high-quality product that is Udder. After speaking to potential customers about our MVP, we have received some really positive feedback. Sally Gizzard supports our MVP and can see it being successfully implemented in their store. They agreed that customer habits within their store model align with potentially successfully implementing our product to the market. Erin Cook validated our ambition for Udder and stated that implementing our MVP would be a gamble for any store, but due to the nature of their customer base and exclusivity with their products, their locations could deliver results that they want for their profit and ours. Both stores have agreed to trial our MVP. Furthermore, we utilised Instagram and invited people to respond to our poll surrounding the development of our MVP. Of the 213 that participated, 87% were wanting to see milk produced in a way that reduced plastic usage. 55% already did or were inclined to shop at a bulk food store. After looking into the geographical data, proximity to stores was key. This reinforces our decision to target bulk food stores in populated areas such as West End. These findings align with our business model to start where the practice of reusing containers is familiar and then branch into more mainstream supermarkets.